y'all, welcome back to Word Up Godcast podcast with your girl Will Sanja, and hey y'all, over on All Smiles over here. Now I'm not gonna keep you long. I decided to go ahead and do this video in the office since it's already set up in here, okay? But I wanted to piggyback off of what transpired earlier today during prayer. If you missed the prayer today, please check it out on All Smiles over here on Facebook as well as on YouTube. God really broke that thing down, and what it's dealing with, or what it was dealing with, is the seasons, okay? Being in the right season. And what God broke down to us is that being in the season means that we're in His timing, okay? When you're in God's timing, that means you're in the right season because you're following God. And that means you cannot miss a step. So you're in the right season, and that means that when you're in the right season with God, that means you're in a season of yes. That everything is indeed working together for your good, in other words. So I'm going to read to you all in Ecclesiastes 3, starting with verse 1. It reads this: to everything there is a season, a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to loose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. In other words, we have to know balance. We have to know when things have had or have come to an expiration date. And that's how you can always stay in the right steppings. In other words, in the right following of Jesus Christ, that when you know that God is saying, I'm shifting here, you shift, okay? That's how you know that you are in God's rightful timing, okay? The thing is, we have a tendency to stay in a season that has already passed. It has already expired. God has already left that spot. But because we have become familiar with it, we'll want to stay there. And God is saying, you have to know His timing. And if you know His timing and move in it, you'll always be in your right season. And that means you're always coming to that which you're supposed to have, be, and do. Okay? So y'all keep that in mind. Y'all know I love you, but Jesus loves you too and more. Y'all be blessed and stay in the right season. And that means stay in God's timing. All right? I love y'all. Y'all be blessed and see y'all soon. Ciao.